Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video we'll be seeing how to cold start a Boeing 747. I already showed you in the previous video, but in that video it was not very exactly, and I also forgot to just speak while recording because that was my first time with the Boeing 747 in Explain. And also, if you would had seen that video, which is in the I button above, that there were no sceneries in that video, that it was all water. So in this video I have downloaded some sceneries. Actually this scenery is pre-built. This scenery we get from beginning in the Explain series. This is the Seattle airport, so KSEA. So, and we have this Boeing 747 plane, and today we will be seeing how to get the start procedures of this plane. So yeah, let's start. So let's go and check inside the cockpit, and this is how an actual Boeing 747 cockpit looks. And right now it's a cold aeroplane. So in a cold aeroplane all the displays are off. Actually these all are the displays of the plane. These two on the sides are the main computers, and this center and these all are the flight control and flight management displays. And here in the overhead panel we have all the electronics and everything. We have a full look of the overhead panel from here. So total engine start procedure starts from this panel only. So first of all we have to get some power, because the plane has totally no power, and so the displays and everything is off. So for getting power we have two options. First of all, to turn the APU, or else to get the ground power. Here we have the external power 1, which is the ground power, and it's showing available. So if I just click this, we will get all the lights on and all the displays also come on. See, the this display just got calibrated, and it's like that. So now our plane has the external power from the external ground power supply. Actually this is not that uh, perfect of a game. Actually in the ground power supply we get a power truck over here, and the cable is connected to our plane through which the power is supplied. The power truck is actually a big generator, movable generator, which from which cables come out, and we get all the power supply for the plane from that truck. So this is not exactly, I have not still loaded all the graphics and everything. I have not still unlocked everything. So feel to subscribe to the channel, so that in future when I open everything on, you can see. So first of all guys, we have just enabled the power. So we will I will use the APU instead of the external ground power. So for a starting APU, this is the APU panel, and this is off, on, and just we have to click this, so it will come on the start, and as soon as we leave it, it is a spring loaded, so it will go automatically to its original on position. So guys, what's APU? APU is a small engine, guys. In the back of the plane, in this part of the plane, there is a small engine. That engine is just sufficient enough to drive all the electrical components of the aircraft, and it also helps in the starting of the engines. So that's the only work of APU. So once the engines are started, the engines generate enough electrical energy. They have enough thrust, enough power to drive an electrical generator, which can then run everything else. So the APU just works for the power supply for the air conditioning system in the flight deck, and the flight controls, basic flight controls, and the starting of the plane, as I told. So now we have the APU, so we can enable that and disable the ground power, and we can now turn on the battery of the plane. So if the APU also fails, we have alternative battery on the plane. So right now we don't need this, so I'll just turn that off. And this is the normal procedure for starting the Boeing 747 in Explain 11. So if you are playing the game for the first time, you can indeed follow these procedures. So after starting these 8 switches, you need to go up and start these two your damper switches, upper and lower. Then you can come here to start the engine bleed, I mean the oil bleed systems. So we have to turn all of these lights on, also the APU. Without this APU, the engine will not start. So if you can there's no compulsion, what to say, there's no compulsion path to follow for this engine start, but just you have to make sure that you follow these steps. Then you will start the hydraulics of the plane, and then we can go on with the fuel selector procedure. So this is all the fuel headings, and this is the cross fuel feed. That means that each engine has its own what to say, each engine has its own fuel tank. But if we turn this cross fuel X feed, so then the pumps of the engine number 4 fuel tank will can provide the fuel to engine number 3 and vice versa. So we have just turned that on, and it also controls some oils, I guess. So yeah, now we are almost to the start of the engine, so we will turn this to auto, and now we will turn on the hydraulics. So we have to turn the first three, engine 1, 2 and 3 for auto, and the engine 4 to auxiliary. Only the engine 4 as auxiliary, not the 1, 2 and 3. So we have to turn only the engine 4 to auxiliary, and now we can go on with the starting of engine. So for that you need to just go here, and under this engine, under this phone number, we need to just pull this, and we will get a white light over here, a pale white light. So this tells us that the electric starter for the engine has started and the engine has got to spinning. So here you can see the 1, 2 and 3 are on 0, and the 4 is on 17, 18, 19, and it's going on. So we need to see over here that when this middle thing reaches 1.0, that means it's time to turn on the fuel supply. So for turning on the fuel supply, so it's reached 1.0. So for turning on the fuel supply, we will just go down beneath the auto thrusters, and we will just turn on this 4 number. So now we can see the engine is accelerating. On both these displays we have the engine starts. So as soon as it reaches 20, so it means that the engine is stabilized, and you can also hear the engine sound in background. So now we will repeat the same thing for engine number 1, 2 and 3. So I'll just do one thing, guys. I'll just fast forward this video as I did in the previous one till the engines throttle up. So now all the 4 engines are stabilized, and almost all are on the same thrust and the same temperature. So now what we'll do is we will jump on with the setup of the flight data. So for that we will just go with the captain side of the flight data. So we'll I have my preloaded route, so I will just go and select that. So I have got that, and I'll just enter the flight number. So I will get enter that as the Ryzen gamer 01, so 1, and yeah, execute cruise. We will set up our cruising altitude as 33,000. This is the takeoff altitude. Sorry. This is same. We will set the cruising altitude as 330. Yeah. Destination is fine. We'll directly go to the. We are on the runway 16L, I guess. I don't know exactly. Seattle 4. Yeah, so now we are all set to go, and we have our engines running too. So I can close this, and we don't need to set up the other display. It automatically gets everything from the first display. And here we have also the third display, but the third display is just a duplicate of the first display. You can see if I show you like this. Yeah, if we do anything from here, it will automatically change in both the displays. So it's just a duplicate of the first display, and this is not the same in the actual Boeing 747 flight. It's just in the game. So now we will set the heading. The current heading is 165. So I'll set that to 165. You can see this pink line, dotted line, that actually represents the autopilot. Go to the maximum bank angle and 165. Yeah, and we'll set our altitude for 1000. Yeah, it's fine. And we will get our flight director on, auto thrust on, and our max speed our speed would be approximately 250 for climb. Yeah, and now we'll start with the, and now we can change this autopilot to auto, as we have all the engines running and we can disengage the APU. Make sure whenever you are playing the game, or if you are flying with the actual aircraft, if all of the engines fail, you need to just open this cover and turn on the battery. So the battery, like we have batteries in our cars, same way the plane has sufficient battery to just drive the electrical equipments of the pilot, I mean of the cockpit, and not everything. So we have still not extended the flaps and also not set the lightings, so we'll also need to do that. So I'll turn the no smoking and seatbelt signs to on, auto brakes to reverse, and I'll set the flaps to 5, and we will go with the setting of strobe light on, navigation light on, and we need beacon for both. We'll go with storm light off. We won't need the storm light right now, so it's okay. And yeah, we will also need to turn on the window heat with low settings. Oh, sorry, I turned on the wiper. Sorry. Yeah, so we are ready to go. So we are today flying from Seattle to San Francisco. So Hey guys, welcome to this flight. This is flight TRG01, and we will be flying from Seattle to San Francisco. The cruising altitude will be 33,000 feet, and the total flight time will be approximately 2 hours. This is your Captain Ishwar here, and hope you have a good flight. Now we have the throttles on, and now we can disengage the parking brake, so the plane starts moving. And just control the take the plane in a straight line till we reach the rotational speed. As soon as we reach the rotational speed, now I'll start rotating the nose. So now we have the nose up, and now we can engage the autopilot at vertical speed. So it will automatically set the vertical speed to the desired angle. And now we need to follow this flight path which is shown in the map, like this. So as soon as the plane will reach this point, we will be turning the plane. We'll also turn the speed limiters, and we will set the speed to 80 for the climb. We have missed our turn, so we will be turning to heading, and turn. So you can see the plane is now turning, and now I'll just do one thing. I'll get out and I'll take the gears up. This was to be done before, but I wanted to show you people how the gears go up. This is a very nice thing to see for pilot. And now we can also turn off the flaps, so we will get them to the off position. So you can see that as soon as I turned off the flaps, now the altitude is going on rapidly, and we are gaining speeds rapidly. And we are not gaining speeds, the maximum speed of the plane got up rapidly, so we can now fly at more speeds without losing more fuel. So now we will turn on the whole pattern. So we are on our altitude, so now we can go up to our desired altitude of 33,000. And vertical speed engage. We will be climbing at a rate of 4,000 feet per minute. That's the airport that we just left from. The Seattle airport. We won't be able to see that from here, but I think this is the airport control tower. And somewhere here was our plane. I just lost it. Yeah, that's our plane from the airport control tower. This is the airport. So this is some smaller airport. This is some regional airport, I guess. This is a plane from the ground. Yeah, the graphics are getting little blurred. I can't help. I think we saw that from some airport. Yeah, we saw that from this airport. So our plane was so high. This is an airport. There are many airports nearby. Oh, so we just missed our turn. Yeah, we have our plane rushing like this. We have some turbulences created. That's normal. This is the belly view. We'll get a better belly view from here. Yeah, I might miss my flight path again. So let me check. Yeah, exactly. I was about to miss the flight path and I got back on time. I still missed it by some seconds, but it's okay. So now we are at our flight level 330. We are missing our direction by some points, I guess. Yeah, I'm missing it, so I'll just correct that out. Now we are going in almost right direction, so it's fine. Still confusion if the flaps are off. Yeah, they are in the retracted position. Why are we not getting the desired speed? So guys, that's it for this video. So we'll continue this flight in another video later. So please feel free to subscribe for this channel, subscribe to this channel, and also my previous videos part 2 is still remaining. And that is too comedy because I tried to land the Boeing 747 manually, and it was too comedy landing. So you shouldn't miss to watch that. Yeah. So we'll meet whenever I post my new video soon. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you soon.